What's good, everybody? Get Millhouse back at it again, and in this video, we're gonna be going over a Twitch stream that I had. I think earlier this month about making splash art, and gonna take a crack at breaking it down and try to make it look a little bit more understandable when it comes to if you want to do splash art. So this is gonna be a month-long process, but this first part is going to be about breaking down Riot artists and how they go about it, as in composition and whatnot. So enjoy this video. If you're on airtime, please click the link, and you'll see the stream. If you ever want to see my face, my some say beautiful face, I say I'm wildly average at best face. I'm on airtime, so if you download the app Airtime, you'll see I have a room called GG Art Stream, and we would go over the art fundamentals and stuff to stuff what it takes to like make something look cool. Let me pull up my Pinterest. All right, and with Pinterest, I think it's always best to have PureRef. If you guys don't know what PureRef is it's an app where you can have a floating black square like this hanging out in the background, and you know what you can do? You know what's so cool about this floating black square here? You remember in the good old days before PureRef, and I need reference photos, so you have to like copy and paste and drag photos into your digital drawing software, or you just gotta have them up somewhere on your desktop, therefore like it killing your screen real estate. Well, I'm like, oh, this is a cool pose, let me just add that in. Then bam, is right here, and I can keep this on the side and just keep adding stuff to it. So I feel like a lot of people should know PureRef at this point, but there are some new artists out here that don't really, they're brand spanking new to digital art, and or they never had a computer before, so I'm keeping that in mind. But yeah, it's totally free. You can always donate to them. I recommend donating, give them some love. Alright, so I got a bunch of PureRefs here. I got a bunch of scenes here. You guys can go follow me on the Pinterest, Get Millhouse. I add stuff to my folders all the time. I don't think there's a lot of things that's privated on here. The only thing that's like privated, let me just move my PureRef out the way, is my style that I want like to obtain last year, my little animation stuff that I want to try out, and some branding stuff. All the personal project stuff has just been privated, but these are available here, so I save a bunch of these things. So I'm gonna go to composition. That's where I save a lot of my illustrations. Not illustrations, but a lot of my ideas, like a lot of references. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through and just pay attention to what we want to do, right? So you have 3 thumbnails here, and we can break them down too, as of if I take them into Clip Studio Paint, and I can identify what is like the foreground, midground, and background, and how we can go about constructing it. But this is just one element that I want to talk about. What we're trying to do with our illustration, this is something we're going to add into our portfolio. This is something that we're going to work on together, and we can start uploading it to ArtStation. And I've been seeing a lot of new artists on ArtStation that are don't have all the fundamentals down, and they're just kind of throwing in whatever they can do, whatever work they can do, and they throw it on the ArtStation, try to be as professional as they can be, which is good in spirit, but I always felt like ArtStation is at that place where you just gotta you gotta stunt on everybody, you know what I mean? So here are some images here. I'm just gonna throw it here. Boom. I love these thumbnails. So we're gonna be making a couple thumbnails like that, just like these. We're gonna make some thumbnails. I like going over League of Legends because they have this certain look to them. It's like a caught in a moment look, and that's what we're trying to aim for. Caught in a moment. It's like one of my favorite ones here. I love this one. Is that like hella big or something? Yeah, it's like stupid big. I'm like, it just covered up everything. That's cool. So, so today we're gonna spend a good 5 hours just working on thumbnails. We're gonna do about like 3. 3 seems like a good number. We can take references from this as well. And then I am going to go over like my projects, what I'm trying to do. Like I have my own little portfolio piece. If you have your own ideas, you can do that too, or you can just draw your favorite characters. You don't have to like have a design portfolio or an idea for a portfolio. You can just do this as a form of practice, you know. So we can get all that juicy clout on the internets. We're gonna make something for our friends on Instagram so they can fangirl over, you know. Yo, the only reason why I haven't made a link to my webtoon is because I only have 1 chapter. I haven't started at all. It's like real bad. It's like real bad. I'm ashamed of it. I'm gonna go back. I just want to get like a few projects off the ground first, and then go back to it. I'm still waiting. Yo, it's like I just wanna yeah, I just wanna produce something that's known instead of doing something that's like straight all from me. I wanna produce something that's known, like something familiar. So that's why I'm doing like my Spider-Man and so I'm doing like my Spider-Man and oh, this is a good one here. That's what I'm doing, my Spider-Man cross Street Fighter portfolio work for the most part. Then I do the Berserk thing for practice and also as a way of side income. Eventually I will turn those Berserk images into stickers, posters, maybe and also like I have an idea to turn them into tarot cards too. So I want to get all the major arcanas first, turn them into tarot cards. What's another dope? Oh, this is really cool right here. All right, so I think I believe I got enough. So, and here. So if you got PureRef and you're new to using PureRef, the shortcut command to write a note on top to like say this is what this is for, it's Control N. You have yourself a note. I'm gonna label it as thumbnail ref, and then slash like comp. And then the next thing, also maybe you can work on it on stream, explain paneling and shading. Yeah, I'm a total noob when it comes to making comics. Like right now I'm like super into animation, and like I binge like a bunch of animation tutorials like right after the Twitch stream, and during airtime I was just binging like a bunch of like animation tutorials. So like my interests are like elsewhere. You know what's a really interesting idea is fusing animation into um like fusing animation into comics. I think that's really cool. All right. Let me get my my characters out. Only got a few. Only got like 2, but I think 2 is good enough. Let's see. I think I threw it in a folder in my desktop. It's called. I think I threw it for my Instagram posts. Let's go to June. All right. So we have ourselves Peter Parker. Yeah, I'm trying to drag it. Oh, what's going on? Why's my Clip Studio Paint? Okay. So we got our Peter Parker. We got our Flash Thompson character. His name is Blaze Cooper. Oh, Cooper. Then we have the character design for we got our character for Spider-Man here, and we got ourselves our Venom. And this idea is called Spider Fighters. So we're gonna make another note right here. Again, to make a note, this character sheet, and you can just move it. Alright. Now, we gotta establish a place and a time. Where will that be? Let's go for Japanese temples. Also got some screen caps of some places as well. We're going to just add a bunch of like references in here. All right. Okay, nice. You're doing it traditionally, am I right? I think doing traditional comics is a lot more harder and tedious, but if you can do it, that's great. Kind of like threw away the paper. Well, this is a cool idea right here. You can grab artwork as the references. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see, Japanese temple. Say courtyard. So we got. I don't know why I ended up highlighting everything. So we got the courtyard. Call this the exterior. And then we're gonna have interior. I don't think that reference images is an interior, but that's fine. I like that image. So let's see what else we got here. This is really cool. For concept artists, they say like if you're gonna be working on a team and stuff like that, you're gonna be looking for references for at least 8 to 12 hours. But I feel like for illustrations, it's not more lax. It's like whatever you feel like you need, whatever pops out to you, like, you know, anything like ooh, you know, like ooh, a piece of candy, you know. Let's see. It's a dope beat. Okay, let's go to Shrine. So I'm thinking about like maybe a confrontation in the front of a statue or something. You can use that for like materials. Let's go for like interior. Oh, this is great. I like this. This is also a good shot too. Hats off to the illustrator. Take that as inspiration. What time are you streaming, Tuna? Let's see. Ooh, this is nice. It's really cool. Alright, I think I got enough right now. Let's see. Need some objects, lanterns. Yeah, so I got a lantern in there. Maybe I can like find the lighting scheme, not lighting, the lighting for indoors. Okay. Oh yeah, man, we're gonna make a compelling scene. So we got our references here. I'm gonna leave this somewhere. Where am I gonna put it? Maybe I just leave it up top. Then we're gonna make a new file. Let's go to my brushes first. I don't want to be stuck on that eraser. Oh, what is my eraser actually? Let's leave it out hard. We're gonna go to our brush. Yep, that's totally fine. We're gonna make a new file. It's not gonna be an animation. It's going to be an illustration. Instead of Instagram square, we're gonna use an A3. Probably like A3. A3 is fine. Alright, now to head back to this. I'm gonna move this to the side over here. And we're gonna move this here. So we're gonna take a look at some of these compositions here. I like this, but it's like more of a standalone, but it's a cool little perspective. So just taking it in, just understanding like, okay, this is like a caught in a moment, you know? Just says caught in a moment. Even here, this is all caught in a moment. I like that pose actually. Oh, I gotcha. Even this perspective here, I know it's all warped. There's a tutorial on this. I need to find it, but we're not gonna try to go something like too crazy here, where we're just like, you know, forcing the perspective here. You know, lovely shapes. It's really good. So again, a few ideas. And like, let's say if we want to take one of these things and break them down, it's like my favorite one. I love how rough it is. Let's see, which one would I like take to like break down? Let's take this. No. Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, we're gonna take this. Let me find my glove. I haven't put my glove on. How come? How come you're not a big fan of League of Legends? I don't like the game. I just like the art. Alright, so we got this illustration in here. We're just gonna use one element of it. And go to the selection tool. We're gonna get a rectangle. We're gonna zoom in. This is all we want. This is all we want out of here. Make this really big. All right, and first what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over the composition. All right, we're gonna go over the elements. I think we can minimize this for now. Okay. Grab a ink brush. All right, so what makes up a illustration? We're gonna do all right, first would be to pick red. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna go with composition. Then we're gonna go over the elements. What is needed? So you can see here, we got the foreground. The foreground will be this guy here. He is the closest to the camera, so he's slightly darker. And then for the midground, I'm gonna change the color. Midground would be anything behind them. So let's say this is midground here. And the midground is all of this man here. And I can argue to say that his foot is somewhere in the background, because his leg is like farther off, so you can see the little atmospheric perspective here. Atmospheric perspective is basically how you tell things are farther in the background, where you have like this dust, this particle effect, where whatever is closer to you, there's more like vibrance, color, detail, and whatever, you know. But also anything farther back, there's a little bit of a atmospheric, like it's like particles. So like if I change my brush color, and let's go to make a new layer. If I make if I get a brush, let's use one brush. All right, here's a soft. I'm gonna increase the size. All right, so this color here, this is atmospheric perspective. Things are being pushed back. So this will say this is the distance. It's basically the distance of the characters. so it gives your illustration more depth. And I'm not saying I'm a master at this. It's just I'm just regurgitating what I know so far of like when it comes to making an illustration. The light source is also needlessly intense. I ended up looking at the light than the character. Oh no. The common problem is that most of the time their light is out of focus. Oh, I see. And the light source is also needlessly intense. Yeah, like, yeah, I can say that. Yeah, because it's designed to like pop. It needs to pop. You know, when someone looks at it, they's like, wow. It's like it's super bright. You know, I like the bright poppiness in some cases when done right, especially like with rim light and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna call this so you have your atmospheric perspective here. And we're gonna go over the last element that we need to add in is the background. Also, just even though this is a rough, it can be argued that even this shapes here, these shapes, it's also midground. This can be also midground. Really depends on how you how they want it or how you want to like intend it to be. But these are the elements that you have, and then the background. Get to a blue. Background will be everything else here. So like. This is the background. So it's it's worth saying that what you need in these elements here, it will be you need foreground, midground, and background. And then like what to keep in mind. And what to keep in mind will be what is the focus here? What is going to be the thing that you're going to look at? Like, holy shit, you know? Where's your focus going to come to? As you see, the focus I prefer Dota illustrations. They know they need to focus on the main figure. Oh, I see. I'll look up some Dota stuff and after I'm done with like this section of getting my thought out. So ooh, that color. Oh no, where to write it? What is the focus? I think. This is focus 1, focus 2, because this is where when you look at this, your eye immediately goes to this guy here. Maybe because he's doing the red and stuff like that, the color. So therefore, you're automatically looking at this guy here, and then you're looking at this guy. You're like, oh man, what's that badass figure over there? Oh my god, look out! You know? Oh shit. Is my oh, my alt is stuck again. Okay. Oh my god, my Clip Studio be acting like so funky. Let's go with my Wacom. Okay, there you go. Now it's working. Alright. Focus 2. Focus 2. What is the focus? Okay, so after we have that, what do we need now? What are we gonna need for this illustration? So we got it all down. Like we have what's the composition? We haven't touched the composition actually. So let's move this downward. Let's move this down a little bit. All right. That's my brush. So we're gonna go over composition. And we're gonna do it in black and white. I should probably use a lasso fill. I'm over here coloring like a chump. And composition is something that you could there's a book that talks about composition. I'm not the best at it, but I have an idea, like, you know, like how it's gonna be done. So you can separate it in black and white. Right? And let's say like for the rest, the bottom it's gonna be white. So we have our black and white composition here. We can even put it on multiply. Multiply. And then there's a few rules of composition. There's like rules of thirds, and you can like make a grid on this. So like if I wrong brush. You make a grid. I forget how the grid goes, but you have like rules of thirds. And from there you can see like, okay, this is where you will have like it's hard for me to explain it, but you'll have your rule of thirds here, and you have your little points here. This will be like points of interest. This is where all your points of interest would be. There are multiple grids, or not even grids, but like there's multiple like not perspective, but compositional grids where could be used for this. Let's see. Composition grids. I hardly ever use it. Okay, guidelines. See, you have your rule of thirds right here. Oh, so I did it right. Hey, look at me go. I did it right. Off the top, I never use these grids. I just know I just practice off top. Just I'll have like it in my head, but I never like will draw them out. Then you have the golden ratio. Is this the only one? I could have sworn there's more. There's more compositional guides, but yeah, the golden ratio would be something like, I just saw it. Yeah. So your points of interest, you look at the entire spiral here, and it just spirals in, and then bam, there goes your focus. That can be also used in some of the compositional shots I had before in my PREF, not my PREF, in my Pinterest board. You can see it here, and here's some more complex ones. But right now, we're just gonna stick with the rule of thirds. Rule of thirds is easiest to get and understand, and understanding like where would be the points of interest. So let's turn on our other notes. As you see, we got a very nice breakdown. ink. And then also how do I explain using compositional blocking? All right, so we got compositional blocking using black and white. What's next? All right, so for a perspective, like what are you gonna be using? It's gonna be 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point. So judging by this, I'm saying this is a 3 point perspective. Just for the fact that everything is moving upwards. So if I get out my perspective right now, let's call it. Get my perspective grid. Let's see, upwards. I believe that's it. And then there's me just splashing paint right, right in like an idiot. Oh no, man! I feel like a lot of art that we create nowadays is just very intuitive. So I might never use these rules, like the rule of thirds and stuff like that, but it'll be intuitive, like it's in the back of my head. All right, let's pick a different color. Let's do. Yeah. Okay, I think that's bright enough. If not, we can always change the color. Okay. Let me hit Control T. And let's rotate this. And let's expand this. Might be hard to see with all the stuff in here. Enter. Alright, so since it's so hard to see with all this stuff on here, and since it's a totally different color, let's change the color to something else. Let's throw this one. All right. I know, I understand, like, looking at perspective grids is, like, kind of hard sometimes, like, just under, like, especially when it comes to the lines itself. But for the most part, it is going upwards. And I'm just gonna expand it just a little bit more. There you go. Knowing what type of perspective you want is very important for illustrations. We're gonna Control Shift that and delete. So there goes our perspective grid on top. What time is it where you are? Oh, it's about to be 11 a.m. It's about to be 11 a.m. What's up, Jackson Links? Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, the painting software is dope, man. I used to be like 100% pure traditional artist. So we got our atmospheric perspective, we got our rule of thirds, and then we have our composition. For dynamic scenes, we can I feel like for a lot of dynamic scenes, they're like at least 2-point or 3-point warped in a way. Let's see. Let's go back to our pure ref. All right, so going back to our pure ref. Let's look at this. Could be just the action itself. Let's see something else here. I'll say this is a 3-point perspective, looking upwards. It's the bit, 3-point upwards, upwards. This is 2-point. Again, I think it's 3-point upwards. I think it's going up. You can tell, like, by the environment in the background, like where it's going up, and then like also like where the character is placed. Again, like tall trees, all going to like a single vanishing point. This is a 2-point, or actually this is a 1-point. This is actually 1-point perspective because she's just in front. This is 2-point just because of the room, the background, the environment. I feel like this is also 2-point as well. This is 1 point. I believe that's 2-point. Okay, this you got your lines going out this way. That's 1 point there. 1 point, 1 point. Yeah, so this is a 1-point perspective. Actually, no, it's 1 point. Then around the other side, this is 3-point. This is 2-point. This is 2-point perspective. It's not 1 point, because 1 point is like straight at you. So you see the lines here, like the little pillars, it's just going out this way. That's 1 point, 2 point. What is the horizon line? The horizon line's at the bottom, at their feet. So our eye level's right here. Horizon line down here. So yeah, like just taking the time to like look at other people's work and like breaking them down, I used to do this like early on, and then like I just dropped it because I feel like I was too small brain. I still have to keep on learning some other stuff before I get to understand this stuff. Or I need to like understand how to use a drawing program. All right. Hey, sup, Pepperoni Pikachu. Oh no, we're gonna be making a splash image. We're gonna be making a splash scene. So we're using League of Legends artists because they can make these beautiful shots like caught in a moment, like illustrations. And we're like breaking it down first, and we're just gonna go through the entire rundown. Like, what do we really need to make an illustration look beautiful? Like to get the people to look and stare at it and stuff like that. So we just going over the basics here. We got our references. We got the elements. Like, what is it in the elements that makes this so appealing? How did they make this? And we're like breaking it down. So when we're going to be making our own illustrations, we're gonna apply the stuff that we learned from this one and apply it to our own stuff. Yes, those are the splash thumbnails. Man, what are you doing with your right hand? How do you draw, Pepperoni? No. Okay, tell me what do you do with your hand? Do you draw with your wrist or do you draw with your arm? It's also the same thing with when you paint too. Do you paint with your wrist or do you paint with your arm? I'm gonna solve your problem right now with your wrist, so you never have wrist pain ever again. Because like, I'm telling you, as much as I work, I have not ever hurt my wrist unless I did it from working out. Okay, I'm not talking about your posture of your back. I'm talking about your hand. I'm talking about your hand. Yeah, like your back can get fucked up, but you can still draw. You posted in your stories? I gotta see your hand. So it's a combo of my elbow and my wrist. Okay, stop using your wrist. Like, I know it's gonna be hard to do, but don't draw with your wrist anymore. Train yourself to not use your wrist. Do not use your wrist for small strokes or big strokes. None of that. Oh, I see it. Oh my god, it looks swollen. Yeah, stop using your wrist. Draw only from your arm. Like, I'll even show you. Then push this cam back. Push this cam back. All right. Here is my arm. I'm not gonna be using my wrist. I'm going to just only pull from my shoulder, and that's it. You're mostly using all your motions from your shoulder, not from your wrist. Never from your wrist. Keep your wrist still, steady, pin it in a 90-degree angle, and just only use your wrist. Not your wrist, your arm, your shoulder, your entire arm. And I guarantee you'll never have hand problems ever again. You will never have hand problems ever again, because I'm really bad because I don't stretch my wrist, I don't stretch my body, but I don't have any issues when it comes to drawing because I just only draw with my arm. It looks swollen. It just it's on. I don't know what that is. Tignit? It's on Tignit. Damn this Myrtle body. I'm already feeling hungry. I did a lot of cardio today. trying to fast for like ever. Okay, so just going back. I'm using 3 point. Upwards. Using 3 point upwards. Perspective. All right, so let's say you can't do any of this, right? Like I'm not really good with my perspective and stuff. Like when it comes to like, all right, I got the grid and I'm already putting all this stuff together. Let's hit, let's get this in a group here. Breakdown. All right, so we got ourselves a breakdown and we're gonna make a new layer. Now let's say if I'm, all right, say what if I'm not good with perspective? Yeah. I swear I write like a caveman. Clip, you better stop. Stop it. What if I'm not good with perspective? I say the tip will be go to Gumroad. Download perspective. Brushes. Then work on drawing shapes in perspective. Like let's say I'm not the strongest at 3 point. I'm not the strongest at 3 point. So I'm gonna go back to my 3 point brush and I'm going to do it here. Oh, okay. So I'm not the best at drawing in 3 point, right? But I can tell like this is the vanishing point here. The horizon line is like not even like visible, but I can see that. I can just all I have to do is this. Just work on drawing my boxes. They don't have to be like 100% perfect, but just understand they're going in the same direction. So. Oh man, you know what I did? I did it all on one layer. Hold on, let me make a new layer. Alright, so I'm just gonna try this again. Probably not so big. Do you have to be a master at this? No. Let's go back here. Let's do another shape. Let's do something like that. Trying to pick a square here. I'm not the best at this either. Just saying, you don't gotta be a master at this. Get better over time. Listen, I know that what I should do, but I'm using a small screen, my guy. Oh, okay, I see. I've tried, and I don't think it's practical. Best solution is to switch to my desktop, so when I'm not hunched over. Okay, which makes me use my wrist more rather than if I stared at my laptop and monitor. I see. Posture is very important. Is it really important for carpal tunnel? I don't know. I just get a foam roller and I just roll out my back. Okay, today will be finna be educational. I should got a car with a. What you got in a call with Calvin? Oh, in his Discord? Yeah, I thought so. I was like, in call. I'm like, I know you did not get in a car with Calvin. Okay. Let's see. Do you need to be master of perspective? Hell nah, brah. Do your best. just make it make sense. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta be the master of perspective, guys. Just make it make sense. Make sure that everything is going to the same vanishing point. Make sure that like it's all like leading to the same spot. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be the master of the universe. Just note the more you practice this, the better you get. But there's no shame if you just want to get by. Alright, so we got our perspective, composition, and the ideas for what we're going to do for our thumbnails. Alright, so I think we're at this point where we can start working on what we're trying to do.